Hey, hey, American Crochet Association. Selena Baca here, founder, host, lead educator with the ACA. I've got an update for you guys, and I just thought it would be fun to do a quick chat to show you what the updates are and where you can find this great pumpkin hat with vines and leaf over at the American Crochet Association. So if you're watching live, come on over, say hey, say hello, tell me where you're viewing from. As long as I'm here live, I'll give you a shout out. We can make it a fun conversation. But no matter if you're watching this live or on the replay, just play along, have fun. It's just as fun on the replay, I promise. And as soon as I see your comments, I'll get right back to you. All right? Okay, so the pumpkin crochet hat with vines and leaf, long title, I know, but it tells you everything about this, which makes it distinctly different, I think. I first wrote this pattern, oh my gosh, back in like 2010. I was just looking at that. Hold on, let me look. Oh, I lied. I think I've made it as far back as 2010, but I first published this pattern in September 2012. So she's an oldie but a goodie. She's been around for a minute. This is a crochet hat pattern that, I made, oh my gosh, back in the day, a lifetime ago, back when I had a little one, I had a toddler, and a lot of my friends had toddlers. And I love to crochet things like this because they made really fun costumes, really fun photo props. Like it's just a really fun way to keep your kid warm. And so that was the inspiration for this. This used to be something, again, a lifetime ago, back when Selena Baca used to sell handmade items on Etsy. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago. This used to be one of my best sellers. So back around fall season, I mean, I was crocheting like one of these a day at least. Just because, again, the weather's getting colder outside. People want to keep their little kids warm. And this is just so much more fun than a hat that's, you buy at the store that looks like everything else. So this is something that definitely, it's very iconic, very nostalgic for me. It goes way, way back. And I think that because it's so classic, that's why it's still just as popular today. I mean, she delivers year after year. So this has been a pattern that I've had in my Ravelry shop. Again, we just saw since 2012. And I'm sharing it with the American Crochet Association so you guys can see it on the website. Just look in the video description. You can find a link to view this pattern for free, or you can just buy the PDF pattern on Ravelry if you prefer. But when I say that, she's gotten some updates, that's kind of what I want to chat with you guys about. I'm learning how to use the internet better in terms of sharing information. And so I'm going back over resources that I've created for the American Crochet Association, and I'm just making them better. So I would love it if you guys would click on over, glance through, and let me know what you think, because this is kind of a new thing that I'm doing. So I want to talk about the hat. I'm going to give you guys some information about the hat, but I also want to talk to you guys about how you can find information, right? So whenever you view patterns for free on the internet, sometimes there's a lot of scrolling and a lot of reading. And sometimes people are like, I hate this. I get it. I totally get it. Sometimes you're like, just get to the thing that I want the instructions. And they are here. And what I've done is I've created a table of contents. And that way, if you're looking for something that's going to give you a better experience whenever you're making this hat, I've just categorized everything. So I am not trying to overwhelm you or bombard you. This is all the information I give whenever I create any crochet pattern. Not everyone has the same knowledge and experience. So I like to give enough information that someone can find this pattern, and no matter what question they have based on their knowledge and experience, they can create a really successful project. So if you see this picture right here and you're like, yes, I want to create that hat, there are a bunch of pieces of information that will give you everything that you need to create that hat. So for example, I talk a little bit about the hat, like what's special about this hat, because you might look at it and go, what's special about this hat? Sometimes we can just kind of decide based on a picture. But, I talk about how this hat is created, what kind of stitches it uses, how these pieces are put together. So I walk you through what the construction is like for this hat. And that way you're not like, If you've never created something like this before, you might not know how do you approach this? What color is used first? What stitches are used here? Do I need to brush up on any skills before I tackle this? So there's an introduction. Who is this hat suited for? I give you guys some key takeaways like when to use this, why to use this. So hopefully it gives you a little bit of inspiration. Selecting the perfect yarn. I mean, I think that that's a pretty important aspect of creating crochet patterns like this. Now, I will say that quite a few of you guys over the past decade and then some have come up with some really creative and interesting and different fall colors that are not orange for your pumpkin hats. So I've definitely linked to that as an inspirational resource as well. But if you want this perfect pumpkin orange, you might want to know exactly what yarn did I use in exactly what color. Maybe you want to get those exact colors right here. I get it. Maybe you're like, oh, great, I'm going to create this hat. You go to your local yarn store and you're like, I didn't see any of those colors. Before I just ask the internet, let me just get straight to the point and see exactly what was used. So I do have that as a resource. I also have tons of resources about how you can choose a yarn substitute. Now, this is a hat. Hats are size specific, so therefore the yarn you use, the stitches of your, the tension of your stitches, the hook you use, all of that is going to create a very specific size that should fit on a very specific head. So I've got some information for you. Sizing options. How many sizes are included in this pattern? Can I alter the size of this pattern? If so, how do I do that? I also have tons of helpful resources. Again, the project inspiration. So if you want to see dozens of other crochet pumpkin hats from this pattern that people have made through the decade, you guys can check that out. If you want some help, support, video tutorials on how to change colors so that you can better tackle this, I've got you. I've got you. Video resources. There is a step-by-step photo tutorial for the beginning portion of this, and just some helpful resources for other patterns like this. Where to find the pattern on Ravelry if you want to just get straight to it. I've got all the information on what you need to make this pattern all sectioned out. So if you just want to get straight to the yarn, other materials, gauge, size, stitch key, specialty stitches or techniques, including video tutorials, pattern notes, and then all the step-by-step instructions, the hat, the embellishments, and the finishing. So all of that is what I've done to reformat this pattern. Most of this information, 90% of this information was not available on this page before. So last week, I just went through and I was like, what questions do people have? How can I help people, give people as much information as they need? And how can I give it to them in a way that makes sense? So I created this table of contents and I added in all this information. And so if you are interested in crocheting this pumpkin hat, and you want it to look exactly like this, or if you want to make it a little different, but you're not really sure, you've got more questions than answers, hopefully everything here, everything that I've put together will help. And if you have any questions that aren't listed here, if you are looking for any answers that aren't listed here, I'd be so happy to help you. So click on over, scroll through. I'd love to hear what you think about this new experience. This is something that I'm doing on all of the crochet patterns that I share with the American Crochet Association. So if you think it's missing anything, or if you think it needs to look different, I'd love your feedback. All right, it looks like a few of you guys are here, so let me give some shout outs, like to Stacy Till. Hold on, I can't see your face. There it is. Hey, Stacy, thanks so much for checking in. So good to see you. Stacy says, that's a super cute hat. Wish I had little ones again. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know I haven't personally crocheted one of these in a very long time, but now I've got a grandson, so I was thinking maybe I'd make one this year. However, they currently do not enjoy hats, so it might be something that I make that they just rip off their head. Maybe we get one or two pictures. So fingers crossed on my end. Maybe I'll have something to share. Oh, it looks like Margaret is here. One of my favorite crocheters. Margaret, always so good to see you. So yeah, maybe this is something that you want to crochet for someone in your life, someone who's little, who needs to keep their head warm, and you want to put something cute and ridiculous on them, like this pumpkin hat. Especially if there's any kind of photo opportunity, as a mom, as someone with little ones, throughout my life, I loved to take my kids to the pumpkin patch and, put cute things like this on them and take pictures of them. So, maybe you do something like that. Also, if you have any craft fairs coming up and you're looking for items that could be good sellers. I mean, especially if you're doing a craft fair that's anywhere near a pumpkin patch or a fall festival or something. Oh my gosh. This right here, these will just fly off your table, I'm telling you. Maybe you've got an Etsy shop or something like that and you're looking for a fall bestseller. This could be it. All right. Okay, everybody, that's all I have for you guys today. I was just really excited to show you the updates that I made on this pattern, and I want you guys to click on over, enjoy, and let me know if you think we're missing anything. If you liked this video, if you like this pattern, do me a solid, tag a crochet friend in the comments or share this video in at least one place where you enjoy crochet if you think they will dig this and enjoy this too. All right, everyone? Oh, last but not least, when you make this hat, share some pictures. So post your projects on Ravelry, share them in our community on Facebook. I'd really love to see. All right? Peace, love, crochet, everybody. Thank you so much for trusting the ACA with your crochet time. And also, thanks for trusting me, Selena Baca, with your crochet time whenever you follow any of my patterns. I hope you love them. See you next time. Bye-bye.